Hello and welcome. Welcome to CPR's Clubhouse Live. My name is CPR Jose Ortiz, and we have a great treat for you right here on the show. We have Lizzie Perez with us. Lizzie, thank you so much for joining us here on
Thank
CPR's
you for
Clubhouse
having
Live.
me.
Yes,
Yes.
it's truly an honor to have you here on the show. Um, there's songs in our genre of music and freestyle that are
Mm,
even though freestyle is underground, there are underground songs that people appreciate. They come from even another portion of our genre of music. Your
mhm.
song being one of them. Back in 1990, I remember going to the music center, and when I got to the music
Aw,
center, they had this song from Renaissance Records, and
yes.
it wasn't a Micmac record, it wasn't a cutting record, it wasn't one of
No.
the majors as we call it.
Right.
It's an independent label, Renaissance Records. But when I
Mhm.
picked it up, I heard the song, and it truly became one of those songs that you never forget. As a matter of
Oh.
fact, um, if you um if you listen to a lot of mixtapes from Massachusetts, Connecticut,
Mhm.
Pennsylvania, Illinois, California, that song is in all those mixtapes, all those different
That's
mixtapes.
amazing.
Yes, and I feel like maybe you don't know how much you've impacted the community with your song, but tell
Wow.
us a little bit about yourself and how you got connected to "I'm Not Gonna Be the One" back in 1990.
Sure. Well, I was 18 years old, and I'd been singing since I was about 9 years old, but obviously not freestyle music. I grew up more in musical theater, in the musical theater genre. But I ended up hooking up with someone named Joey Malzone, who ultimately wrote Not Gonna Be the One. And once we started this project, it just, it took off, and then it got into the hands of Franco Aimello, who at the time worked for Hot 97. So then we started meeting all these new people that were there to help us pitch the song and get it off the ground. Uh, and it was really exciting. I got to perform. I got to meet fabulous, wonderful people in the industry. I got to sing in places in small local gigs with Mark Anthony La India. People, my eyes were like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. Um, and it was amazing to be surrounded with such talent. Judy Torres, Liz Melendez. I mean, it goes on and on.
And it's great because again, it's an independent label, so it's an independent of an independent. So all the Micmac
Yes.
records and all the cutting records and Metropolitans, they were independent labels, but
Hmm.
you came from a smaller label, Renaissance, but the impact was just as big as some
Oh,
of those
that's
Micmac
amazing.
records and those cutting records. Back in 1990, you also worked with someone you never met, and that's Tony Dr. Eddie Garcia, who
Yes.
one of the reasons why I picked up the record was because I was in the school newspaper back in at that time. So I did an article on Tony Dr. Eddie Garcia, his edits and his work, and
Mhm.
so I was able to collect all of his edits and all of the songs that he's worked on. So I would look in the record, and he was on there. So automatically, I paid my $4.60 for the record.
Oh, that's amazing.
Take me back to when you recorded the song. What is your greatest recollection of the process of recording "I'm Not Gonna Be the One"?
Actually, the first time we recorded it in Joey Malzone's bedroom. That's where we worked on it. I mean, when we had the tape back then, it was fresh out of his bedroom. And then we ended up going to, oh my gosh, Real Platinum Studios. And that's where we recorded the final version.
It's funny how those projects happen, right? I've been privy to people
Hmm.
using closets and one
Yeah. And back then, it
one bedroom
definitely,
apartments,
yeah,
uh, going through the trash so you can get the cartons of
the
eggs
acoustics.
for the acoustics. So we were very unique in the way we try
Yeah.
to record our music.
Yeah.
So you got the song out in 1990.
Yeah.
Was it a long process from the when you recorded it to when they released it, or was it pretty short?
Actually, it was pretty short. It was all within a year. It happened pretty quickly. And I believe that was, mainly in part because Franco Aimello, who worked for the radio station at the time, uh, was helping to push it along at the time. So,
And now there's a unique situation where here we are 34 years later, and
yeah, this is a shock.
yeah, and so because is one of those songs that it may not be on the top of someone's tongue, right? But when you listen to it on a mixtape or somebody plays it, you remember it immediately. You remember the lyrics
Uh-huh.
because for me that happens. I remember the lyrics. I remember the edits by Tony Dr. Eddie Garcia.
Yeah.
I just remember the song and I remember it fondly. Of course, I was in high school back then, so
Mhm.
trying to DJ gigs where people at that time were a little upset about me not playing hip hop because that's when hip hop became
Mhm.
much more popular than freestyle. But
Right.
I would spin my freestyle. This would be one of the songs that I would spin, and so it always brought people to the dance floor. And so
Yes. Oh,
here
thank you.
here we are 34 years later, and you connected with 418 Freestyle. How'd that happen?
Okay. Absolutely. Just a few months ago, I was away, and the songwriter Joey and I have kept in touch through these 34, 35 years. And he reached out to me and said someone had contacted him, Ronnie Charles, actually, who was one of the producers back in the day. And he had connected with Gino. And so he thought that maybe we could, get this project off the ground again, that Gino would be into it at 418 Records. And I am elated. I love what they've done to the song. Uh, they regenerated life into it. They gave it they kept the nuances of the back in the day freestyle, but they've also added, something really special to it. I'm just really excited that I didn't have the opportunity maybe to get it out there like I wanted to that long ago, but to have this opportunity to now bring it back and get out there in front of people and have them hear my music, it's kind of amazing. It's I feel really blessed, really fortunate.
It's a unique record because not only are you going to feature the original mixes, but
Yes.
there's going to be 2024 remixes to the
Yes,
record.
and that's what I mean. And every time I hear, a one of the versions of something that they've been working on to re-inspire the song, it's really hot. I can't wait. I'm really excited.
If you're on social media and you follow 418 Freestyle, a
Yep.
lot of us have heard the clips of the song, and
Yes.
it sounds so much more cleaner than the original
Hmm.
version. It
Hmm.
sounds like resung over again. It sounds like a brand new production, brand new vocals. I don't know if they stripped some of the
I
original ones.
actually, yeah, what they used are the vocals from the back in the day version, but I have gone in again to Joey's now new bedroom. um, and re-recorded vocals for a little bit of a different version. So I'm excited. Hopefully, we'll have the opportunity to put that out there as well.
Now, again, there are people that have followed the song since 1990.
Yeah.
What do you tell those people that still hold the song near and dear to their heart?
I am just, uh, I mean, beyond elated. There's no words. I had no idea. In actuality, I think partly because I was so young back then, so I was kind of just being led. Do this, perform here, sing here, do this, and it's like, yeah, because you love it, so you're doing whatever you need to do. Um, Short-lived as it was back then, and that's okay because at least I had my foot in the door. But to have this new opportunity now, is I can't believe people still actually knew the song and remembered it. I see things on YouTube of people writing underneath it. Oh, that was the first record I bought back in the day. I'm like, oh my god, like that's a blessing. That's amazing.
That was part of my first crate. I know that
Oh my gosh.
I remember walking to Strawberries to get the MKG Tier Shed. I remember
Yeah.
going to the Music Center in downtown Springfield. I know that I picked up the
Aw.
copy of "I'm Not Gonna Be the One" at Mr. Musica in Connecticut, in Hartford, Connecticut, because
Yes.
he would get unique records that nobody else had, right? Because he had the
Oh,
in, right, and if he would get that record, he would get that record months before the music center. So I was able to go to Connecticut and purchase that record, and it was, $4.
mhm.
I think at the time he went up in price to
Wow.
like 535. I was so upset because I had to spend an extra dollar at Mr. Musica. But
Aw,
those are the trips that you appreciate, because you can appreciate collecting your first crate of records. And
absolutely.
then it became the big blue bins, the big recycling bins. It just
Oh,
expanded. But
yes.
how does it feel that there are people right now that have that record still in their
And
collection?
yeah. And not only that, it's the people from back in the day, but there's like a whole new audience even that's, into freestyle now. And just to know that they are also recognizing the song it's surreal. I mean, it's pretty wild. It's a wild ride, and I can't wait. I can't wait to take it.
Now, did they share with you the release date of "I'm Not Gonna Be the One" 2024?
Yes. So pre-sale happens on the 15th, and then it should be released the 20th, August 20th.
Wow, so right around the corner.
Right. I know we're getting there. We're
We're
getting
getting there.
there.
It must be exciting, and hopefully, back then they didn't have charts like we do have now. We have
Right.
the Amazon charts, we have the iTunes charts, and wouldn't it be great to chart on the dance charts for "I'm Not Gonna Be the One"
Oh,
all these years later?
all these years later. Absolutely. Absolutely. I own a performing arts school, and it's funny, you tell the kids like dream big, don't give up on yourself, because maybe it's not going to happen for you now, but I'm like proof positive. Like it's surreal. It's pretty amazing. Never give up on yourself. You never know.
There are people or young people
Yep.
that may enjoy freestyle and may be part of
Yes.
their life because their family members have passed it down
Yes.
from generation to generation. So,
Mhm.
you have the grandmother that passed it down to their daughter passes it
Right.
down to their daughter, and now we're at 4 or 5 generations of freestyle. And
Yeah.
some of these young folks are actually getting into wanting to sing freestyle and share it with their friends. And I
Oh
hope that
yes.
happens with your crew as well. We have a lot of talented singers, dancers,
Absolutely.
choreographers, and
Hmm.
for you to inspire a generation of new freestyle singers, that'll be
Yeah.
pretty, that'd be pretty cool. Talk to me
That
a
is
little.
definitely what's in my heart.
Talk to me a little bit about your studio. What do you do there?
Yes. So I grew up dancing, singing, studying. I grew up I'm from New Jersey. I still live in Jersey. So 30 years later, I was teaching at several schools, and just 10 years ago, I opened my own performing arts school. So we are in Totowa, New Jersey, and we sing, we act, we dance. Yep, we do it all.
I did take an acting class. I was told that was a natural, that I should have pursued acting. Um,
Well, look, yes, you're fabulous behind the microphone. There you
Uh,
go.
Thank you so much. It's a great thing to do. The performing arts.
Yeah.
We did a short play. There was no audience, but it was really an exciting class. I got an A+, but
Yes.
and he told me, you should pursue acting. But again, it's
There
never
you
too
go.
late, right? So
Never. It is never too
absolutely,
late.
yeah, and it's
You might
never
get
too
that
late.
call back 30 years later. You never know,
Maybe,
right?
maybe, and it's not too late to enjoy this record. This record has stood the test of time, and I love when freestyle records like that
Yeah.
are there are underground to the underground. Now they resurface, and people can appreciate them again 34 years later.
Thanks to Gino at 418 for believing in it enough
Absolutely.
to pick it up and put it back out there again. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
I speak to him frequently, and when he stated
Mhm.
that he was going to put the record out, I said your name immediately, and he was like, "Oh, you know the record?
Ah,
Absolutely, I have my copy."
wow. Oh my gosh.
But for him to revisit it and
Yeah.
to also have a new generation or new ears to the record,
Mhm.
because now back then it was hard to promote this record, right? Because
Yes.
it was from state to state. Now
Mhm.
one click of a button, the whole world has it.
Absolutely. Share, share, share. Right.
Absolutely, yes. And what are you looking to forward most when your release comes out?
Oh my goodness. I guess just having the opportunity to get back out there in front of people and sing the song and work on some new material. Like it would be wonderful to be able to sit down and have some new music come my way.
Vocally, who are some of your inspirations?
Okay, so growing up, I think I was one of the only 9-year-olds that held a hairbrush and sang Barbara Streisand. I mean, Donna Summer, Diana Ross, that was me. And then I had this opportunity to sing freestyle, and it came along, and I went right with it because of the dance training. Also, like I loved dance, so it kind of all went hand in hand.
Please don't tell me that your favorite movie is Yentl by Barbara Streisand, because
No, no,
then
no, that's okay.
yeah, nobody can get to that movie in my house. You know what I mean? I'm a big movie buff. I try
Oh
to
my
watch
gosh.
it again all these years later. You're like, I can't. You know what I mean? But she is one of those
But as a
performers,
vocalist,
right?
I mean,
Yeah,
Celine
vocalist. Yeah.
Dion. Oh my
Oh
gosh,
man,
yeah, just
yeah,
iconic. Yeah,
yeah. So
that's.
and in freestyle music, did you ever follow anyone? Did you
Oh
ever
my God,
emulate?
yes. I mean, Judy Torres, La India. Oh, their voices. I mean, unbeatable. I mean, George Lamond loved, doing shows or going to watch him. TKA, oh, all the faves. They were all my faves. Yeah, I definitely wanted to emulate Mark Anthony, La India. Lizette Melendez was one of my favorites as well.
Yeah, and for the genre, there were trendsetters, and they also changed the game in certain ways. Like
Oh
everyone,
yes.
every freestyle group wanted to be TKA, and they wanted to dress like them. And even most recently, when they did a combination of jeans with a tie and a shirt, you see
Yes.
the men trying to emulate them as well. George Lamond, the voice of our genre of
Oh, of
freestyle music,
course. Oh my goodness. Yes, George Lamont. Yes.
absolutely. And
I
when
was
you talk about
infatuated with his dancers back then.
yes, the loose touch dancers. But also, Judy Torres, the Queen.
Hmm.
There's a reason why they call her that. I love when she goes on stage and says, "Before there was J Lo, there was J To," and
That's right. That's
and,
right.
and that's factual. That's
Yeah.
factual. So again, it's a great opportunity for you to come back into the fold,
Mm.
and we need more actual vocalists, singers, people that can actually carry a tune, because the audience want a show. They want people to they want to hear those
Yes.
vocals, right? And since
Hmm.
since you're ready to go, and you also have your own performers art studio,
Yeah.
I think you're game.
Oh, I'm definitely game. I'm definitely game.
Now, do you
And
have
the
any?
genius behind Mark Anthony and La India crossing over into Latin music, that was
Mhm.
a whole other, you know, when freestyle was, I don't want to say fading out, but uh, it wasn't as prevalent, I guess. That was genius that they were able to cross over into the Latin market because, yeah.
I think that the story that kind of gets me the most was that there was an independent label. I won't say which one, or either
Okay.
Micmac or Cutting or whatever,
Okay.
but they had the opportunity to sign Mark Anthony and they passed, right?
Uh,
But they signed Menudo, but not the good version. You know what I mean? So
oh,
that
no.
yeah. So we go back to 1990
Yeah.
and bring this song to the future. How does the team that originally produced the record feel about the song being revisited all this time now?
Well, Ronnie Charles has been nothing but fabulous. He's been helping us connect to Gino. Joey, the original songwriter, and I talk daily. We're ready to go. We're along for the ride. Let's do it. We're ready.
So if you were to book yourself at a show right now, right?
Oh,
Who will be the two other artists that you would want on the same dais as you, and they have to be freestyle?
oh, of course they would be freestyle. Oh my God. Uh, I would definitely say Judy Torres. Oh my goodness. TKA was one of my faves also.
That'd be a pretty decent concert. TKA, Judy
That'd
Torres,
be a
and
hot.
and
Oh my
and the
God! But then
return
there
of
was like
Lizzie
Noel.
Perez.
There's so many. There's so
Yeah, I
many.
mean, I only gave you two, but we can't make a mega concert. We got to have
No,
them
no,
come
no. I
back, right?
know.
We got to have them come back for more.
That's
You can't
right.
overbook it. You can't overbook it. But it's really great to have you back into the fold. Do you have any new music ready to roll to follow up? I'm not going to be the one 2024.
I don't, but we're in the process of getting all this together because legitimately, this all just resurfaced about a month and a half, 2 months ago, if that. So it's kind of like everybody's found themselves, we've found each other again,
Mm-hmm.
and it ignited something underneath us, and we will put new music out. We definitely will.
The one thing that I will want to say is that you're in good company. If you look at the catalog of what Gino Caporelli and 418 Freestyle
Absolutely.
has put out,
Absolutely.
if you want to go
Hmm.
back to 2020, they have a TKA record slipping through my hands,
Yes.
and that right there was so iconic. It brought freestyle back to a pivotal moment in our genre, and
Hmm.
bringing a lot of the people that stopped doing this genre to come back and give it another look and give it another try. But 418 has also been at the forefront teaching people how to
Yes.
stream their records and do the numbers on Spotify and how to chart on iTunes and Amazon. So you're in good company and you're in good hands. You
Yes.
have great label mates like Deneen. You also have Niaja collaborating
Absolutely.
with them. You have Julie. There are so many people coming from 418
April
Freestyle.
is on there also.
April,
Yes.
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 Yeah, the best comeback of 2024 for me is April. So you're going to make the top 5 comebacks of 2024,
Yeah.
right behind April, right? Because this song is going to find a new audience and it's going to
That's
find
the goal.
a new audience, and not only that, but new fans, right? It's going to find new fans that
Absolutely.
are going to truly appreciate it.
Yeah.
Do you want to say? Do you want to give any shout outs to any of your friends or any of the people that have helped you along the way?
Oh my goodness, so many. Obviously, first and foremost, my family, because my parents, they paid for all my lessons, drove me everywhere I wanted to go, blessed me every day, and said, "You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Don't quit." And then obviously my daughter, my family, my husband, who he and I met through music about 25 years ago. They were looking for a wedding band singer. I did that for a little while. So uh, there's Kenny, my husband, and then everybody that still believes in me in this song and music. Joey, the songwriter, Ronnie Charles, Gino at 418. Thank you. This is amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
just
I'm a little upset with Gino because I usually get these records like weeks in advance, and I still haven't gotten yours yet. I wonder, or maybe you haven't checked
uh-oh.
my email. Maybe I haven't checked my email. I'm gonna check
Yeah,
my
yeah,
email
yeah.
first.
Check it, check it. It's
It's
gonna be.
probably in there. But listen, welcome back, and please don't go away. We need more, great artists, people that can
Thank you
actually
so
carry a
much.
tune, and
Oh,
hopefully you'll get that record. Another person that has connected with 418 Freestyle is Janelle, who's a great writer.
yes.
It's she's one of the best. She's written so many great songs over the last 5 years, and again, welcome back, and hopefully
Thank you so
this
much.
this would be a great return to our genre, and we can see you perform with TKA and Judy Torres and all your favorites.
Thank you so, so much for this opportunity.
Again, as Infinity featuring Lizzie Perez. I'm
Yes.
not gonna be the one. Now, are we gonna take the Infinity out and just put
Yes,
Lizzie
we
Perez?
are. It's been removed.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yes.
we're gonna
It's
X it
just
out.
Lizzie Perez now. Yes.
So it's going to be Lizzie Perez. I'm not going to
Yeah.
be the one 2024. They've taken the vocals from the original
Yeah.
and they brought it to 2024 with a new updated sound. Also, for you
Mhm.
classic folks out there who love the classics, the original versions will also be available. And as you heard, Lizzie's working on a unique version with new vocals, and we can't wait to hear that as well. Um,
Thank
ag-
you.
Again, welcome back. And this has been CPR's Clubhouse Live. And until next time, it's CPR saying goodbye. And remember, It's not who you love, it's how. We'll talk to you soon
Mhm.
from the only freestyle show that matters.